I am the director. I started Underdog Rescue in 2000, and Underdog Rescue is a nonprofit foster-based rescue group. We have evolved into primarily now rescuing puppy mill dogs from commercial breeding situations, and once they're rescued, we get all of their vet work done, get them spayed and neutered, dentals, place them in foster homes until we find forever homes. I started Underdog Rescue myself in 2000. There seemed to be such a need, and the need just kept growing, and so Underdog Rescue kept growing over the years, so it has impacted my life in like every way possible. I mean, there were times I was working like 120-hour weeks, like every week, because it was just non-stop. So now it's to the point where it's big enough and finessed enough that they're actually employees and it's not just me doing everything. So now I was able to turn a passion into a career and not just a lifestyle. Since about 2008, we started doing more puppy mill rescue. And that evolved into us going to actual dog auctions, which are held pretty much every week of the year, mostly in Missouri. What they are one of two things. One, if a puppy mill is going out of business and needs to liquidate its stock, which could be up to 800 dogs. That's not common, but it can be that high. They have limited means to do it, so they have these live auctions that anyone can attend, and they're mostly attended by other puppy mills looking for stock to be absorbed into their operations. But more and more rescues are going to these auctions and trying to help dogs as well. It's hard to do it because you have to limit yourself, you have to weigh not wanting to help these people profit no matter what, even when it's heartbreaking, because it's always heartbreaking. So we go and we try and get the dogs that we can for as little as we can, so we're not funding them. So that's what we've been doing for the past probably 7 years now. We have adoption events as many as 3 times a week, but for sure once a week. They're held at different pet stores. The different locations right now are Edina, Minnetonka, Plymouth, and Minneapolis, and they kind of rotate. Almost everybody that comes to see the dogs are being driven from our website. Like, they've seen a dog that they're interested in on the website, and they see that it'll be at this event on this date, and they come to visit with them then. So we can have a typical event probably has like 60 plus dogs in attendance, and so there's quite a crowd typically at our adoption events.
We adopted a dog from Underdog, and I knew that it was something that I always wanted to get involved in. And I'm a teacher, so I'm off in the summer, and it just seemed like the right time to start fostering.
I had a friend that was with Underdog, and then once I started with them myself, there's lots of reasons why I've chosen to stay with them. They're a good group to work with. They have an awesome support team. They're always there willing to work with you if you're foster. They really work hard to work with you on your schedule and make fostering as convenient as possible for the fosters. And yeah, they have a lot of legal things in place that a lot of other rescues don't necessarily have that really protects the dogs, that I really, really appreciate.
You just open your home up to the dog, and I treat them like I treat my own dogs. And they ask us to come to 2 events each month, which is, you know, what you're seeing today. So it's pretty easy. You know, it's just, if you already have dogs, it's just another dog that's part of the group.
90% of our dogs are puppy mill dogs, and they tend to really bond just a couple of people, the people that are living with them, a lot more than a typical dog would. And so that bonding experience is nothing like you've ever experienced before. They really attach themselves to you and depend on you for everything. And then the rehabilitation process is another big challenge. Bringing them home and they're terrified. And sometimes it can take days, weeks, months to even get to the point where you can touch them. They're scared of people. You need to really build up that trust, a lot of rehabilitation, socializing, and you know, also giving them a safe, warm place to live, too.
Puppy mill dogs, and that would include any dog bought at a pet store because they're going to have a lot of the same traits, part of which is genetic. You know, they come from puppy mills themselves, and studies have shown that even if the puppies are taken from the mothers out of the environment and sold in pet stores, just having come genetically from puppy mill dogs, it's imprinted in them. So their behavior will be different than a regular dog that you would get out of a shelter or from a home breeder, like a good breeder. Their stress responses are different. Their fear responses are different. They are typically more fearful, less trusting of people specifically. They typically are better with other dogs because that's more what they know and what they know that they can trust.
Well, this is Gerber, and Gerber is 9. He's a Yorkshire Terrier. Gerber is my first foster. I've had Gerber since I started in July, and Gerber came from a commercial breeder, or also known as a puppy mill. So he was used to breed as a breeder. He is just what you see right now. This is just how he is. He's very sweet, very cuddly. If he could sit in my lap all day long, this is exactly what he would do.
This is Shoshi, and she's about 7 years old. I got her about 6 months ago, and she was a puppy mill rescue. She was used in a commercial breeding facilities for breeding, and so she had never known life outside a kennel until she came to me. And so it's been a slow process, but she's come a long way. It took months before I could even reach down to pick her up. She was so fearful of people. And now she's pretty attached. She's very affectionate, wants to be with you everywhere you are. And she's very quiet. She seldom barks. And she's just an easygoing gal. She doesn't ask for too much, and she's a pretty easy, low-maintenance dog if you ask me.
You know, it's my feeling that Underdog Rescue will always be there for as long as there's a need that's not being filled. And that may continue to evolve. Like when early on, mainly we did shelter rescue. We worked with Minneapolis Animal Control. And for several years, mainly we did pit bull rescue. And since then, that situation has opened up and gotten so much better with the city of Minneapolis and all the rescues that they work with. So we evolved into helping puppy mills. And so I'm hoping there'll be a day that will continue to evolve. There'll be fewer puppy mills. There'll be more rescues willing and able to help commercial breeding dogs. People will understand the connection more and more with online breeders that are shipping puppies nationally to puppy mills because they are the same thing. They'll understand the connection more strongly with pet stores and puppy mills because they are the same thing. And so as far as Underdog Rescue being known for, I would say an organization that stuck to their ideals, had tried and wanted to always do the best for each dog that they rescued, and that would be inclusive of getting it as healthy as it could be, believing in nutrition and trying to educate people on what's the best in terms of care and feeding of these animals. I'd want Underdog Rescue to just be known for an organization that has high expectations of adopters and high ideals, and really just what drove that was we always wanted the best we could find for each of the dogs that we rescued.